Hello everyone. Today we are going to present our business report by using Power BI program. So the visual that I did for our business is visual 10. Visual 10 is line and stack column chart. Firstly, I used the main data from the best future backed company for this project. From the solution, I downloaded the data from the Excel file and then imported this data by using the get data function in Power BI. After I got the main data, I moved it to the visualization part. Therefore, there are many visualization part in the Power BI program, but I use only the line and stack column chart to show the information of our customers. Uh, Line and stack column chart in Power BI offer different ways to represent and analyze data. I use the column chart to show the sum of cost per bag, sum of delivery price, sum of the total price, sum of units sold, sum of delivery amount, count of product ID, sum of total after discount, and put everything into the column y exit function. And I put the sum of units sold, sum of total cost, and sum of total after discount in line y exit function to see how our product was sold. As you can see, each information was shown by color from the chart. So the visual trend of Power BI can help me to show the statistics of our products more easily than we created by ourselves. Next is about the benefits of this function. For the line chart, it is ideal for showing trends and patterns over time. It's effective for visualizing data series with continuous data, and it can show points such as sales over months or years. And for the stack column chart, it is very great for comparing the total values across different categories and understanding the contribution of each category to the total. It helps visualize the path to whole relationship. Line and stack column chart is very helpful for comparisons and relationships. For the comparison and relationships, you can easily compare the absolute values of different categories using the stack columns, and the line chart can help you visualize trends or relationship between the data points. And these are some of benefits that you will gain from the line and stack column chart visual from the Power BI. So let's move to other visuals.
The next visual is a line and clustered column chart. Line and clustered column chart can show several products at one time. Moreover, it can also show the growth rate of the product at the same time, which make it easier for the viewer to get the main information. Okay, the next is the main data. This is the main data that we decide to choose for this visual because it includes with several type and size of product, and it also provides the unit sold, total cost that we want to put in this visual too. This part I will show you how to put the main data to this visual. First, you must click the Excel workbook to import the Excel file that you want to put it in. Then this page will pop up and select the file that you want to import to Power BI and click open. The next step is I will show you after you click open, the navigator page will pop up and you must tick which data that you want to import and then click load. In this case, I choose the visual name line and clustered column chart. Then I click to this icon and this page will pop up. Next, I want to put some information to this visual. Therefore, I decide to click the period first, because if the data doesn't have a timeline, the viewer will not understand anything. Moreover, in this x-axis box, I cut the month and date out because it will make the chart too complicated. The next one is select the data that you are interested in. In this case, I select the unit cell. The chart will show the unit cell of each quarter. And the next slide is I decide to add more data, which is size, to make our information deeper, because at one time you can see the unit cell of each size in each quarter. And the last step, I put the total cost to the y-axis, because I want to show the cost of product in each quarter. From all the steps, you can see the chart that can contain 3 main pieces of information, but it still look easy for the viewer to understand.
Okay, next is the KPI visual. KPI stand for Key Performance Indicator. It is a critical metric that businesses use to measure performance and progress toward that goal. Moving on to the step. Okay, so this is the main data that I use for this visual, which is the best future company, and then best future company data, and then I use the total sale. Next. Okay, so the first step, I just import all the data that I want to use, which is the data that include date or period, and the next one is the total sales. For the next step, is to create the visual. To create a visual, just click on the KPI visual and then click at the total sale or period button on the data table, or just drag the total sale to the value column and drag the period to the trend axis column. And next is to create a new measure by right click on top of the total sales and then choose to create new measure. Next, when you create the new measure, you have to put in the formula. So the formula should be target equal to the number of your goal. And then when you, in this case, I use the number of 100,000. And after you created it, after you finish created, just click on the target button or just drag it to the target column. Next. Okay, and for the result, I have two number of the goals. So the first one is 100,000 and the second one is 800,000. 80,000, sorry. So you can see for the total sale for the period, best future company have a total of 91,000, and for the first result, which is the 100,000, it will show the red color, which is the goal is ahead your sales, and the second one is green color because your goal is behind your sales. So it's kind of show like how much or how many that your goal is ahead or behind. Next.
So next one is smart narrative visualizations. In Power BI, it refers to features that allows user to automatically generate insights. explanations and interpretations from that data visualizations. It enables the creations of natural language narrative alongside charts and graphs, providing a more comprehensive understanding of the data. And this feature can help users communicate key findings effectively and uncover hidden insights within their datasets using automate and dynamic storytelling. So next slide. So the first step, you need to create a report or visualization first, and then you can add a smart narrative and it will shows or analyze the trend according to your data. So the first one, it shows the number of sum of total sales that has exceeded our target goal, which is 80,000, sorry. And next slide. Yeah, and you can change the number to be general, currency, decimal number, whole number, percentage, and scientific. And you can also change your decimal places. So next slide. And then you can change the fonts and the size of your text, the colors, and you can make it italic, underline, or bold. And you can move the text to the left, in the middle, or in the right. And you can also put a bullet point on it. So next slide. So this one will be using the smart narrative in a line and column chart. So it will narrative the trend of the graph that you choose. You see that you choose one graph to analyze the trend. Next slide. And next one is using smart narrative in maps. So it will describe the area with the highest total sum of units sold. So it will shows the data in the map. So this function is, to wrap it up, it's suited for complex data, trend analysis, comparisons, statistic insight, forecasting, and this function is valuable tool for enhancing the interpretability of visualizations and providing a richer understanding of the underlying data patterns.
Okay, now we'll dive into the powerful world of map visualizations in Power BI, exploring how to effectively represent and analyze the sum of units sold based on different materials across various locations. In our example, we will be using the countries as the geographical reference and the legend to categorize materials such as canvas, denim, leather, and nylon. Okay, as we open our Power BI report, the first thing that capture our attention is map visual, which is here. This visual provides an interactive and dynamic represent of our data, allowing us to quickly identify patterns and insights related to unit sales across different countries. Firstly, to make this visualization possible, we prepare a dataset containing information about the unit sale countries and materials, and the critical data fields including country, unit sold, and materials. As you can see, we have materials, unit sold, and countries. And how to create the map visual. First, in Power BI desktop, we drag and drop the map visual on our report canvas. We then assign the country field to the location as as showing here. And this links our data to geographical representation on the map and adding materials as a legend, as you can see here. And to introduce the material aspect, we take the material field and place it on the legend. And now our map is color-coded based on different materials, making it easy to distinguish between canvas, denim, leather, and nylon. For color scales and sum of units sold, we use color scales to represent sales of each materials. The intensity of the color on the map reflects the total units sold on each material. For instance, a larger piece of pie chart, as you can see, represent a higher sum of unit sales, providing a visual cue for identifying regions with significant sales. And for the interactivity part, our map is interactive. We can zoom in to explore specific regions, pan across map, and even drill down to get more detailed insights. Such as if we want to look in Benin country, you can zoom in and point at each color to see the details of the pie chart. And to enhance our map visual, you can click format your visuals and change the map setting as to the dark, light, or Arial. And we can also add the category label to easy to know which pie chart came from which country data. And in conclusion, Power BI's map visualization is a robust tool for understanding presenting geographical data by incorporating the location and region wells effectively. We can unravel insights about unit sales by country and materials, providing a clear and compelling narrative for decision makers. And next, moving on to the extra visualization.
Okay, for the extra visualization, we use Enlightened Aquarium, which is to turn your data into something interesting, entertaining, and straightforward. It can be applied in a variety of contexts, such as a dashboard screen in a public where everybody can observe daily changes and relate the information to gather support. In this case, we use country and unit sold data as an example of our company that want to see which country purchase our products most to estimate future growth and plan for marketing to increase our sales and expand our market. So to create this visual is just import the extra visual and then click on the visual. Then just click the country button and unit sold because I want to see which country purchase our products most. So when you click on the fish, okay, when you click at each fish, they will have the some of the units sold and the country. So it's just a fun way to show data and just a fun way to maybe show to the customer whether like how much we have for the unit sold and then in which country. Thank you for your attention.